Have you ever finished eating and you felt so sleepy, heavy, hungry again just 1 hour later after eating? Or you wonder how you eat normal African food and yet you struggle with weight gain, diabetes, high blood pressure? Here is the truth. The problem is not African food. The problem is how you prepare your food and how you build your plates. Hello everyone. You're welcome to Nourish and Thrive with Comfort, your trusted space for simple, evidence-based nutrition information. You see the food that we all love and know. So today, let's talk about the common mistakes in the African plate that are quietly causing us our health. By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify common mistakes in the typical African plate that are contributing to poor health. The first mistake is African plates are carbohydrate dominated. So what do I mean by that? More than half or even 3/4 of our plates are covered with starchy food, such as rice, yam, garri, and swallow. These contain a lot of carbohydrates. 1 gram of carbohydrates will give you 4 calories. Take for instance, 1 cup of cooked rice contains about 45 to 53 grams of carbohydrates and contain 4 grams of protein, 0.6 gram of fat, and 0.6 gram of fiber. So you can see that rice is purely carbohydrates. When you multiply 44 to 53 with 4, you get around 200 to 240 calories in just 1 cup of rice. And I'm quite sure that many of us will eat more than that. Many of us go as far as 3 cups and 4 cups per meal. So do the math yourself. You will see that we are consuming a lot of carbohydrates per meal. So the recommended daily calorie intake for women typically range from 1,600 to 2,400 calories, depending on your age and your activities level, including metabolism. While that of men ranges from 2,000 to 3,000 calories. It also depends on the age and activities level. So you can see that many of us, we are consuming closer to that our daily calorie intake in just 1 single meal. So what happens when we consume excess carbohydrates or excess starchy food? Carbohydrates are made up of sugar pieces joined together like a chain. Just think of it like like beads on a strings. Each bead represents sugar, and together they form the food that we are eating, like rice, bread, and yam. So when you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks it down into individual sugar, and your body basically has 3 main things that it does with this glucose after you eat it. The first thing that the body does to carbohydrates is to convert it to energy. So with the help of insulin, glucose is taken to the cell where it is broken down to produce energy that powers our brain, our muscle organ, and also enable us to perform our daily tasks. And this is the body first priority. So after meeting our daily energy requirements and we are still having excess glucose left, another thing that our body does to it is to store it as glycogen in our liver or muscle for later use. And after filling the storage, when the storage is full and we are still having excess glucose, the next thing that the body will do to it is to convert it to fat and store it in the adipose tissue for long time energy. So when you always consume excess carbohydrates and this pattern is repeated daily, it increases the risk of you gaining weight. It increases the risk of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetic, fatigue, and other metabolic disorders. So eating the right amount of carbohydrate is very, very crucial and important. So carbohydrates are not bad, but excess of it can cause problem. The number 2 mistake that we are making is that many a times we don't even have any vegetable or just little vegetable on our plates. Vegetable is the most missing item on African plates. Many meal has no vegetable at all, while some just use it to garnish the plate. Vegetables are not just side foods, they are the foundation of the healthy plate. So vegetables are important because they protect your body from disease, they support your health, they support your digestion and healthy guts, they strengthen your immune system, they reduce inflammation and lower your bad cholesterol. They prevent constipation and bloating. Vegetables are good for weight management because they are very low in calorie. They are high in volume and water and slow to digest. So they keep you full for longer period of time and prevent overeating. They keep your blood sugar stable, especially those people that are living with diabetes. So they are excellent source of potassium that help to control blood pressure. Vegetables are source of antioxidants. So eating vegetable more lower the risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. So that is why a nutrition guideline recommends that making vegetable half of your plate. So a plate without vegetable is an incomplete plate. So eating vegetable daily is one of the cheapest, simplest, and most powerful nutrition habits that you can build, especially with local Nigerian vegetables such as ugu, ewedu, okra, cabbage, green leafy vegetables, spinach, and garden help. One mistake that we normally make in our cooking is that we use too much oil in our cooking. Our stew and soup are full of palm oil and vegetable oil. Oil is energy dense. Just 1 gram of oil will give you 9 calories. So 1 teaspoon of oil is 5 grams. And when you multiply that with 9, you get 45 calories. So 45 calories from that little 1 teaspoon. So a small amount of oil had a lot of calorie to our diet. So we many a time we often depend on fried food. We fry basically everything, anything. We fry plantain, fry fish, fry chicken, fry yam, fry potato, fry akara. And those are the things that we eat frequently. So frying increases the oil content of our food and thereby increase the overall calorie of our meal. So fry we also add unhealthy fat into our diets and reduces the overall nutrient quality of our diet. So in the process of frying, we tend to use oil repeatedly. Reducing oil over and over can be harmful to our health, especially when the oil is overheated. So when oil is reused many times, it breaks down to form toxic compound. And these harmful substances can increase inflammation in our body. They can damage the blood vessel. They can raise the risk of heart disease and blood pressure. It can stress our liver and digestive system. So reuse also loses its nutrients over time. So and develop free radicals, which has been linked to long-term disease like cancer. So avoid reusing oil multiple times. Use fresh oil if you must fry at all. And when possible, limit deep fried food. There are so many healthy alternative cooking methods that we can use. We can use steaming, baking, boiling, and light sauteing. The number 4 mistake that we are making is not having enough protein on our plate. Many of us, we are not eating enough protein. And protein is often treated like decoration on African plates. Protein is essential for building and repairing tissue, including muscles, skin, hair, and nails. It is crucial for immune response and immune function. It's involved in hormone production and enzyme activity. As a key micronutrient, it supports structural integrity and aids in metabolic process and prevents muscle loss, which we know as sarcopenia in older adults. So having enough protein on your plate will keep you full for longer period of time because it takes longer time to digest protein, and it will also help to stabilize your blood sugar. So the recommended daily amount of protein for healthy individual is 0.8 gram per kilogram body weight to prevent, which is the minimum, to prevent disease and deficiency. So however, if you are the active individual, older adults, or those people that are looking to build muscle, you will benefit from higher intake, typically ranging from 1.0 to 1.6 kilogram per body weight. So what that means is that if your weight is 70 kilogram, what you do is just multiply that 70 with 0.8, which will give you around 56, and that is the minimum recommended intake to prevent disease and deficiency. So the best way to go about this is to always aim at 30 grams of protein in each meal. Here is the list of the amount of animal protein that will give you 30 grams per meal. So you can just slow down and look at them. I also have the list of plant-based protein, and you don't have to eat one single protein per meal, so you can combine it. Number 5 mistake that we are making is poor portion awareness. Portion size and portion control are fundamental aspects of healthy eating that help individuals manage their energy intake, maintain a balanced diet, and support overall well-being. So portion size refers to the amount of food or drink a person chooses to consume at one time. In contrast, portion control is the practice of being mindful and deliberate about how much food is eaten to meet your nutrition need without overeating. So research shows that people tend to eat more when served larger portion, even when they are not hungry. This phenomenon is known as portion size effect, which contributes to weight gain and the development of obesity over time. Therefore, learning to recognize and control portion size is key to maintain a healthy body weight. So many of us build our plates based on the size, our appetite, and some will easily say, oh, let me eat well, let me eat as much as I can, because the food is available. Those things will contribute to overeating and in the long run, overweight. The 5th mistake is that many of us, we go opt for sugary drinks after our meal. Sugary drinks will add calorie without nutrient to our food, and it will also spike our blood sugar. So water should be the default drink and not soda or sweetened juices. The real cause of this mistake that we are doing is like they don't harm us overnight, but over time they contribute to obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. Not because the food that we are eating, it's not because of Nigerian food, it's not because of African food, but because we eat unbalanced plate. It's because we are not paying attention to our plate and we are not building our plate properly. So look out for my next video where I will be teaching you how to build healthy plates. Let me leave you with this. Our food is not the problem. The problem is how we structure our plate and how we prepare our food. So if you find this video helpful, like the video, share it with someone who loves to eat African or Nigeria food, and subscribe for more simple nutrition education. Look out for my next video where I will be teaching you how to build healthy plates. God bless you. Bye. See you in my next video.